Chelsea Handler's a moron. Plain and simple. There really isn't any other clear explanation of how someone can be that stupid and display that much hate without being a moron. Welcome to Far Left Land. Hey everybody, thanks for joining me once again for MRCTV. I'm Nick Kangadis. This witch, who claims to be an activist and comedienne, both of which are inaccurate judging by her utter stupidity, took to Twitter Monday evening to basically applaud the suppression of anyone right of center while simultaneously suggesting that they might be better off in cages. Yes, the same oppressive cages that liberals like to say President Trump puts illegal immigrant children in. Here's what the woke handler tweeted. Sarah Huckabee was kicked out of a restaurant. Kellyanne Conway was yelled at in a grocery store. And Stephen Miller was cussed out by a bartender. Sounds like you guys are the ones who'd benefit from being held in cages.
Why is she listening to that old man? I have no idea.
Ugh, what a pig. Yeah, I said she's a pig. And if that's sexist for some reason, I really don't give a damn. Leave it to a person who might as well be rolling around in their own filth to espouse the prevention of people living their everyday lives because she disagrees with their politics. If you ever needed more of a reason to understand that the far left has no interest in actual humanity while calling themselves humanists, here it is. I don't like a lot of people in politics, the media, and the Hollywood Communistic Cult. You all know that. But I would never wish ill on their health and well-being. That's the difference between people who use rational thought and radical leftists like Chelsea Handler. They think they're being tolerant while spewing some of the most intolerant thoughts that people like you or I would never even think of. And why the hate? Are people like Handler not able to stomach what they see in the mirror every morning? It's astounding to see that the far left truly believes their own bullshit. And the funny thing is, they know they're lying most of the time. They have to, don't they? It's not comprehensible to me that someone that full of crap could believe it. Although, to be fair, actors and actresses are essentially professional liars, so maybe it's not as difficult as I originally thought that people who make millions off of lying about who they are to the public could pull the wool over the average person's eyes. The sad part is, I love the arts. I love movies, I love stand-up comedy, I love books, and I love actual visual art. People like Handler, Robert De Niro, Rob Reiner, Alyssa Milano, Mark Ruffalo, and more on the endless list of dumbassery have done their damnedest to alienate half their audience. Hell, George Clooney hasn't done much of note since starring in Disney's climate change bomb, Tomorrowland.
This part may get a little weird.
Leonardo DiCaprio has been exposed as a hypocrite for trumpeting climate change while riding around in his private jet as often as he can. And that feminist-fueled abomination that almost ruined the Ghostbusters franchise, let's just say the makers of that film really tried to shove that garbage down everyone's throat, and people literally didn't buy it.
Here we go.
Okay, so, what do you think of that?
Oh. Yeah, you do see how this might make us look bad.
Are Hollywood, the media, and the politicians worth listening to anymore? I put all three of them in the same group because they essentially all say the same things, which is typically some version of, I'm not getting enough attention, so I need to find something to be outraged about. Folks, the answer to my question is a resounding no, with a caveat. If someone who I disagree with wants to have a substantive discussion or debate without biting my head off for disagreeing, I'm all for it. The open exchange of ideas is one of the things that makes this country head and shoulders above the rest. But that's not the case with the far left. They have no interest in civil discourse. I'm really not sure why over the last 50 years we've just sat idly by and allowed this crack in the foundation of the idea that was America be absolutely on by people that have no interest in the prosperity of personal liberty. When it comes down to it, people like Chelsea Handler are uncivilized members of the experiment we call home, the United States of America. Yes, this country is a melting pot of ideas and people, but what happens when that pot boils over? You get the crusty remnants that fall over the side, and I'm not referring to illegal immigrants. I'm talking about people like Chelsea handler. If you like this video, don't forget to give us a like and a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. For MRCTV, I'm Nick Kangadis.